There was a contract for plants. The VA recently canceled it. It was awarded in the amount of $56,000 to water plants. This right here is a typical middleman contract. Could have easily found someone to water the plants. This contract was canceled. You can see it right here. DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, because our president is working alongside with Elon Musk and the DOGE team to evaluate spending within the federal government, as well as agencies and their spending overall. And one of the opportunities that they said no to is this one right here. The instructions say, please do not water these plants. These plants are serviced by a plant contractor. Now, whether you agree with this, you don't agree with this, at the end of the day, someone had this contract. One thing about this is they're taking it as middleman is dead. That approach is done. We should instead focus on state and local, because all of this is just fear, anger, and people don't understand. So let's go back to the plants. I want to break down and share with you, middleman is alive, middleman is legal, and I'm going to share with you a middleman opportunity and to walk you through how you can go about it. So let's talk about that. The opportunity is on catered meals. So this particular opportunity, what's really interesting about this opportunity, and you're gonna see the interesting part in a second. Most of the information is here. It's due the 24th. Feed 75 soldiers during 6 days of training in Fort Devens, Massachusetts. Small business set aside 5 April to 10 April. So that means by the time they issue the award, whoever wins this, you got to be ready to cook. This is not the time to say, well, I'm busy because it's my kid's birthday. This is the time to cook. Lady Bull, I would love to have a retreat here. I was thinking a couple of things. I was thinking for my $25,000 students to do it. I was thinking maybe for a few thousand for one day. You tell me what you want and I'll make it happen. Okay? That's right, Shira. Bill Clinton did it too. A lot of people cut costs. It's just different when it's Trump. When it's Trump, people attack. Again, this is not about your political views. It's not a political channel. This is about business. That's how I look at it. This is business. We all have the opportunity to vote. If that's what you do, you have the opportunity to vote in midterm elections. You have the opportunity to vote during the next presidential election. But right now, we're focused on abundance and making money and making the most of this particular situation. So if you have questions, you have until St. Patrick's Day to ask them. And they're very specific. When submitting questions and comments, please refer to the specific text of the RFQ in the following format. Now, imagine you're interested in this and you call them or you just send an email that says, I got a question. What do you think they're going to think about you? So if you send an email to them to ask questions and you don't follow the instruction, they're already going to be annoyed. They're already going to be annoyed. So please make sure you follow instruction. Next, it says evaluation will be solely on the information included in the quotation. Therefore, the interested contractor's initial quote should contain the contractor's best terms. So what they're saying to you is, give us the best deal now. They're not trying to go back and forth. Give them the best deal. Now, they may want to go back and forth with you at some point, but they want a really good deal. Because too many people over here are saying, nope, stick to state and local. Trump's going to cancel everything. Small business set-asides are going to end. I think somebody asked me about them earlier. Woo, doom and gloom. Meanwhile, the rest of us are bidding. I just submitted a bid today for one of my students on GSA schedule. It's a new bonus that my coaching students get. and that is access to our GSA schedules. So we're going to take a look at the greater details of this particular opportunity, because for this opportunity, some of you may already be thinking, well, I don't have a business in Massachusetts. I don't do catering there. I don't even know where to begin. So can I even bid on this? Well, the answer is you just need a cage code. If you don't have a cage code, please check out one of my earlier videos on how to get one, and you can partner with the company who has a cage code. Now, for those of you who have a cage code and you're interested, here is a very important section of the attachment. And I want to say to you, because you may say, but Kizzy, this says 2022. I understand that, but this is the attachment they have listed, okay? Talk to them. There's a requirement for this ANSI conference for food protection and a Massachusetts state food license. Anybody here have that? It's not illegal, Alexandra. That's what people say to keep you out of it. That's why we're going over this today. It's very, very legal. Yes, Shira, just add that to the questions. So you notice, if middlemaning was illegal, then why is this here? Why is this here? And you can see it's attachment +1 plus 152 plus MSC plus CPM plus PWS. Fact check me. So again, if middlemaning was illegal, then why does it say this? Why does it say that? When it comes to an opportunity like this, identifying a vendor, making sure you have the capital to take it on, making sure you're going to put in the time and energy is required. Ashley, who I interviewed and is also one of our success coaches, what she ended up doing, because it was her first federal contract, she ended up going to the actual location to be there with the client. That's really important because it shows, hey, the next time you need catering, you're the go-to, not somebody who thinks whatever. And all the details are there in that opportunity, by the way. All of the details. As far as the type of food, I believe they want a menu. And here, I'm going to show you. I want you to see a couple of things. What I'm showing you right now. So this is the actual posting, right? Remember? And here are the attachments. These are the attachments. The attachment that we just went over is the one there in the middle. There's more detail in the attachment. You can also use different AI tools to quickly go through this. As you can see, you're not going to be able to cook there. They need to be ready to serve 15 minutes of the eat time, dining, 7 a.m., 6 p.m. And then you see here on page 10 what they want. They're not looking for a granola bar and a juice box. Maybe for you, that's breakfast. That's cool. This is what they're looking for. For dinner, they're looking for an entree, starch, vegetable, bread, dessert, beverage. That's what they're looking for. 75 people, 5 days, and then they also list here about a halal option, which that's a good question to ask ahead of time because that may require additional expenses. They also want you to provide condiments. And also there may be other special dietary needs. Vegan, kosher, all of that. There is a lot to learn, but it aligns with our second card, and that is embrace knowledge. What you're doing right now is you're embracing knowledge. That middleman is legal. You can bid on middleman opportunities. And I just shared an opportunity that is very winnable. That's on Sam.gov for catering. There's no reason you can't win that. Some other things when it comes to the middleman approach is there are those out there, whether they're on Reddit, they're on YouTube, and they like to provide a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, a lot of envy, a lot of low vibrational energy toward those who are in this space. Oh, these people think this is a side hustle. Oh, somebody said they're doing 40 proposals a month. Oh, these people on YouTube, they don't know what they're talking about. They just want to sell something. Oh, it's so funny. Isn't that what you do as a business owner? You sell something. I find that many of the people who question middleman find that they are in this space. This is who they are. You ready? They tend to be people who work for a government contractor, who have never really owned their own business, or they're in this space to help companies with government contracting, and they think their approach is the only approach. So what I put out there, and the reason I bring this up, is it's upon us to block it all out. This is a space for all of us. Doge or no Doge, there's over $800 billion, B as in Bravo, spent every year on government contracts. There's more than enough for all of us. What's key is what you think and what you believe and where you put your energy is what will happen. That's what will happen. And that's what's amazing. So all you have to do is believe in you, and you have this amazing resource, over 800 videos on this topic. At this point in time, the name of the game, value, value, value. That's what it's about. So here's the big takeaways. Middleman is still legal. There is a catering opportunity right now in the great state of Massachusetts. You do need certifications, and you can get them from the sub. How do I know? Because they mention it. They mention it. And for those of you who like evidence, I'll show you right here. Federal government spends over $800 billion a year on government contracts. There's no reason you can't win. There isn't. Just put in the work, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Never, ever, ever minimize what you're doing. What you're doing is amazing. Okay, I gotta go, y'all. Everything is possible. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you for being here. Bye, y'all. I'm getting something to drink. Y'all are amazing. You got this. And you're going to win because it ain't that hard. I promise you.